It's a nice pass and slams it.
Oh, whoa! It's away at Connaughton!
So Pat, not only did you have one of the highest verticals ever at the Combine, but you were also drafted by the Orioles. And for those who are watching, yes, the professional baseball team. Were you just one of those kids who was good at everything growing up?
I don't know if I would say I was good at everything. I think I gave soccer a run for a few years when I was like 7 and 8, and that didn't really go as I had hoped. But, you know, for me, sports are just kind of like my thing. Like, I love playing anything and everything. And I've always been a proponent. Like, I have a foundation, and my biggest thing to the kids that, you know, I try to have an impact on is play multiple sports. It helps for so many different things. And I'm a big believer that it helps you be a better athlete overall. It helps you prevent injury. It helps you off the court, just, you know, test of adversity and things of that nature. So if I'm going to talk about it, I got to make sure that I at least have the ability to hold my own when the sports come about. Yeah.
I know you hear the description athletic a lot, but what are some of the other reactions that you often get to your game?
Tough, competitive, athletic. I would say those things, like, that was kind of my shtick. That's what I wanted to make sure I was seen as.
Your hops in particular were put on display in that 2020 dunk contest where you dressed up as Billy Coyle. I think people know that, you know, white men can actually jump. First of all, how long ago does Chicago All-Star feel to you?
Oh, was that in 2020 or was that in 2017? I don't know when that was.
Exactly. I mean, so if they schedule another NBA All-Star, which we have no idea when that's going to take place, will you give it another run?
I'd love to. I mean, I think, you know, being in the dunk contest was a dream for me since I was a kid. I remember watching Vince Carter in it. I remember, you know, he was kind of the reason I wanted to dunk in the first place. I'd love to do 3-point someday too. You know, I think Dame, my old teammate who I'm close with, is one of only a few guys who have done both. And just to, you know, continue to try to be versatile in my NBA career.
When were you first able to really dunk?
8th grade. So when I was in 6th grade, I read a Sports Illustrated for Kids when Vince Carter was saying when he could dunk. And so my dad bought me a weight vest, and he said, well, if you want to dunk, you got to, you know, put the time and effort in, and it's not going to happen overnight. And so
I feel like I need your dad to be my motivator every day because he seems to do a pretty good job.
No, he does a great job. He'd probably be a lot nicer to you than me, though.
Well, does it ever get old to you surprising people with your dunking ability?
No, never. I mean, it's dunking because I think no one really expects it. It's stereotypes, right? And unfortunately, there are stereotypes everywhere in life, and disproving stereotypes is one of my favorite things. So it's not just about dunking, it's about, you know, athleticism in general.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 50 in that dunk contest. Do you ever give Giannis a hard time for his dunk contest performance?
So he actually gave me advice. I would have given him a hard time, but he approached me first when I accepted it and said, hey, do me a favor, make your dunks. Do better than I did.
Right, that's first and foremost. Look, that's what's plagued a lot of dunk contests in the past. The one in Chicago, that's what was great because you guys actually made your dunks.
100%. I told him, hey, look, I'll let you be a part of this dunk contest, and people will remember this one more than yours.
I know you and Giannis are really close, but I understand even he gets befuddled by how athletic you are. And specifically in your competitive workouts, we saw when you dunked on him in practice, but what's it like battling the 2-time MVP in practice?
It's crazy. I mean, people, you know, the teammates I had, like when I first got here, all the guys on the team, you know, 3 years ago now, he had a dunk that I looked around if people were reacting, and Chris Middleton was like, don't worry, you'll get used to it. We see it every day. And it's not even what he's able to do on the court. It's just the amount of time, energy, effort, work ethic that he puts in off the court. And the explanation I've always said is I compare him and Dame similarly because they both do it. I put in the extra work because I have to. For me, in order to be as successful as I want to be in the NBA, I have to. So at nights I come back and shoot. At nights I come back and do extra lifting. I do extra cardio after practice. All those sorts of things that I know for me I have to do in order to reach my potential. They do it as if they are me, you know what I mean? And these are guys who are the best of the best in the NBA. And so that's what's been the most eye-opening to me and the coolest thing, because it just kind of shows you what they're ingrained in them.
Since you bring up your teammates, I want to quickly just run through some teammate superlatives. Are you down?
I'm down.
Who is never in a bad mood?
Ooh, the Nassus.
He has a great smile. I can see
Yes.
that. Who's most likely to win the lottery and then lose the ticket?
DJ Wilson. And that's my guy.
I feel like there's a story behind that, but maybe we can tell that another day. Who's the teammate that's always on their phone?
Ooh, Dante DiVincenzo.
I mean, he's a little younger. That makes sense. Most likely to leave you with the check at dinner?
Giannis.
No! No!
But he'd joke about it afterwards, and he'd probably pay you back. But he'd just want to do it to see what you reacted.
Look, it's always the guys with the big checks. You know, I've heard that story about LeBron, who doesn't like to pay like subscription fees for you know, like streaming music. So you know, I guess that's how you stay rich.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna give them a little bit of credit. It's better than the other way where you're just spending all the money. Rich people stay rich by not spending their money.
Most likely to text "on my way," but hasn't even left the house yet.
My friend, I say 5 minutes away. It means I'll leave in 5 minutes, and then I'll probably be there in 10.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.